All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Happy Saturday evening. Boy, do I need a haircut. That is coming tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm going to start the show with that. I know I need a haircut. I just woke up from like a little bit of a nap, but we got round 4 showdown to talk about. It is Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. I hope you guys have a nice night on tap, and I am ready to talk some golf. A very interesting round 4, like a very, very interesting round 3, a very different stat line than we saw in rounds 1, 2, and 3. And we can give ourselves a pat on the back because we kind of nailed it in terms of the players that we were looking for. Now, I will say the projections and the stone did better than my personal brain in terms of dialing in the slate plan. But with that being said, I thought I did a really good job building the style of golfers that worked in round 3. So let's run through the round 3 leaderboard and see who did what and how they did what. So what I said and what I thought was going to be the case today was short game was going to be really, really prevalent in round 3. And that's not what we would have expected in terms of Harbor Town on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday when we were trying to predict the players that would play well here. But when you're looking at the golfers who played really well, who shot rounds of 65 or better, Brian Harmon, Chandler Blanchet, Scotty, Andrew Novak, Bud Cauley, they all had national short game days. Like, let's look. Bud Cauley had a really nice day. Lost strokes on approach, about even off the tee, first around the green, 23rd putting. Scotty Scheffler, by no means hit the ball in Scotty Scheffler level territory. Yeah, he gained strokes on approach, but the bulk of his weight was done. Short game was better than the ball striking, 18th and 10th versus 24th and 21st. Brian Harmon, very similar here. Didn't hit the ball badly, but look at the short game, 10th and 1st. This is going to be the same going through all of these golfers who did really well, and that was totally different than rounds 1 and rounds 2. Now, there's also golfers who played well in terms of approach, like Pearson Coody and Sam Burns had really nice approach rounds. Ryan Gerard gained the right qualities, but the top 6 golfers who shot the rounds of the day were all short game guys, and that was not the case in rounds 1 and 2. Looking at round 4, we're going to bring the weather up, and I'm going to hopefully tell you that it might be a case again tomorrow. So let's look at the wave split. Also, we got the wave split right. We're getting these things right. I just kind of picked the wrong players when I was going through it yesterday, but the Stone did a really good job getting some of the nuts today. But sorry, I thought my screen was up. The screen is up now. I was like, don't chase that morning wave, the advantage, because I think everyone's going to chase it because we saw it on Friday. And I didn't really see the weather edge. It was kind of similar. The better golfers were playing in the afternoon. Not that this is a night and day edge, but what this did was open up some ownership to some of the PM guys, which I thought was a great sign to get on some of those guys. And hopefully you found those nice guys. I know Harmon went out in the morning, but there were some nice rounds in the afternoon that could have got you onto the right guys. So looking at the weather for tomorrow, talking wave split, talking what we're looking for, it looks like we might get a little bit of advantage in the morning. So at 7 o'clock to noon, it doesn't get above 10 mile an hour average gust, and then 10 mile an hour average winds. Then the gusts come from 15 to 13, which is fine. And then once noon hits, once the leaders tee off, and let me find out when the leaders exactly tee off. The leaders exactly tee off around 1:50 to say 1 o'clock. This 1 o'clock, it's going to be windy, gusting almost double than what it is in the morning. So I really think that someone's going to go out in the morning and post a nice number. Not necessarily win, but post a really nice number, hold on to some of those backdoor points, some of those top 10 points. And some weeks I'm like, all right, let's stay with golfers inside the top 20. Let's stay with golfers inside the top 10 because I think the leaderboard is going to stay fairly similar. Tomorrow, I think there's going to be a very big, not advantage, but leaderboard turnover to golfers who might get out before that wind picks up. And this is a golf course, and we see you can make, like Akshay made 27 birdies on Friday. You can make birdies on this golf course, even if it gets a little gusty. So I think we can go to some of those earlier golfers, find them to post that top 10, backdoor top 9. And obviously, you're going to want to pair them with some of the guys up top. But I really don't think you have to go all the way up top for Showdown. Don't be scared to play a golfer who tees off at 7:45 a.m. in the morning and posts something special. So we'll get to some of those guys. But first, I want to talk about some of the contest selection. I really like this one right here. It is the $25K long drive $100 single entry. So click in the contest details. $100 entry, $5K up top, $500 to 10th place. Perfect structure that we are looking for. Only 277 people are in this contest. And if you get in the right guys, this is not a contest that's going to have the optimal lineup, the close to the optimal lineup, because you only get one lineup. Obviously, it's single entry, and you could definitely build a lineup to cash for 5K, cash for 1,000, off $100. That is a beautiful little day. I think if you're going to some golfers in the morning, is going to get a little bit different. Maybe a 4-2, a 3-3 morning, big PM stack. Not necessarily think it's the end of the world if you don't do that, but I personally want to go with at least 3, maybe even 4 golfers who are going in the morning to try and post that backdoor top 15, because I'm pretty adamant that we're going to get some nice leaderboard turnover in the in round 4 tomorrow. Looking at some of the site details as I bring my screen up, this is today's Stone. Today's Stone had some really, really interesting data. It had Chandler Blanchet shot one of the rounds of the day as a low-owned pivot. It had Sam Burns shot one of the rounds of the day as a low-owned pivot. You didn't have to do – where is he? Where is it? Sam Burns, sorry. Right there. Sam Burns was a pivot. Sorry. Chandler Blanchet was a sleeper. You didn't have to do any work. You had to go there and look at some colors. Is that always going to be right? No. But if you sprinkle in a little bit of those, you sprinkle in a little bit of the slate plan, you sprinkle in a little bit of the projections. I never want to rely on one thing. You just do like 3 golfers from here, 3 golfers from the slate plan, 3 golfers from the Stone. You can land on the nuts, because never, ever, ever is the Stone going to be perfect. Never, ever, ever is the slate plan going to be perfect. Never, ever, ever are the projections going to be perfect. But all this is asking you to do is build a player pool. And if you go to the site, use code BOOTS, you can get it for free, everything for free. Use my slate plan, use the projections, and use the Stone. Pick anywhere from 6 golfers to the whole slate, depending on how many lineups you want to play, and just build your player pool using all 3 tools. We have some of the best and most try-hardiest tools on the market, but that's why you guys cash out the ass. And I literally always commend you guys, because I don't know how you guys are so well at taking information that I say that you get from the site and win with it, because you guys are better DFS players than me. I'm just giving you some information, and I see it in Discord all day long. So shout out to you guys as always. Now it's time to look at some of the players, see who did what, and see who we can get some eyes on for round 4. This is not building the slate plan yet. This is just like, all right, this guy looks good. This guy has the profile we're looking for. So let's go by tournament stats. We're going to see stats from 3 straight days. And what we're going to look for in round 4 is more approach and more short game. Those like approaching around the green and something like an even putter, not someone who's gaining like 2.5 strokes putting. So this is going to be aggregated to 3 rounds. How many strokes is Harris English gaining on the greens right now? Let me look what it says on the PGA Tour official website over 3 rounds. So Harris English T11 is gaining 7.7 strokes putting. And yeah, like when you go to data golf, it divides it by, this is per round basis. So that's why it looks a little bit different. We're not going to be going to these golfers. So let's go back to strokes gained total, see who's doing what, and see who has the profile we're looking for. Like I said, approach and around the green. Truly, sadly, Matt Fitzpatrick has a literally perfect profile. Like, this is what I would, if I wanted to play a golfer in round 4 showdown, I would go on a guy who's like getting a little off the tee, getting over a stroke around an approach, getting over a stroke around the green, and not doing anything too flashy on the putting greens. Like, he's not relying on any one key stat. He's doing what we want to do good, and he has room to even do better. Yeah, I agree with you, Piano Man, and I will call her. So I appreciate that you getting in here and letting me know, because she appreciates that too. Secondly, so like, yeah, Matt Fitzpatrick, perfect little profile that we want going into round 4. I really think the way to potentially start your lineup is pick one of these guys. Do you want to go with Scotty? Do you want to go with Matt Fitz? They're not going to be cheap in terms of price or ownership, but I would think one of these two golfers gets the job done tomorrow. So pick one of these guys, pick Scotty or pick Fitz, because they do have like kind of a perfect profile that I'm looking for. A little bit on approach, a little bit around the green with some room to grow. Let's go down. So see who we can find. Let's go see from like the outside the top 10 who can maybe get into the top 10. Profile that we're looking for. That right here. Ricky Fowler shot 200 today, gaining 1.16 per round on approach, gaining 0.6 per round around the green. And he's losing strokes on the greens. Not much. He's not being a liability on the greens. He's just losing a little bit of strokes on the green. So you pair that nice approach, nice around the greens. That's step 1 and 2 there. And sure, why can't he have one pot putting day? Why can't he turn this T16 into a backdoor T4? Don't mind that at all. Perfect profile. Let's look for 2 more guys from the top 10 to the top 20 that have the profile that we're looking for. And then we'll look at some of those backdoor golfers. Right here, Ryan Fox. Ryan Fox has kind of been, I liked him today too, and he had a really nice round of 4 under. He's gaining strokes in every category. He's not doing anything too well, but his 2 best qualities right now, approach and around the green. That's what we're looking for in round 4. Can he have a +1 putting day? Why not? Why can't he? Turn this 4 under into a 6-7 under in round 4 and turn this T19 into a T9. One more golfer inside that from the top 10 to the top 20. Stephen Fisk. Stephen Fisk is going to be in the 6K range. I love him. I'm actually going to go put him in the slate. What's Stephen Fisk's price? Because I love him. I'm going to put him in my slate plan right now. This is live research right now. Stephen Fisk, 6,300. My favorite 6K play. I don't want you guys to see all the information yet, but I'm going to put it down right now. So don't forget, because I love Stephen Fisk. That profile at $6,300 is perfect. Okay, let's find one more golfer in the top 10 to the top 20, or let's go top 25 that has the profile we're looking for. I worry about Xander still. I don't mind Cameron Young. I worry about the putter a little bit, but Cameron Young, that expensive. He needs a nice round. People are going to click him. So I don't necessarily love it, but I would go with those 3 guys from the top 10 to the top 20. That's Ryan Fox, that's Ricky Fowler, and that's Stephen Fisk. Now let's go for golfers down here who can backdoor that top 20, backdoor that top 10. I told you guys Noren today. Noren played well. He had a bad around the green Thursday and Friday, but he picked it up in round 3, I believe. Let me just confirm that, because I was like, Noren has a horrible around the green in round 1 and 2. That's got to change. It changed. It was really bad, and then today it was just even. So he shot 5 under. Hopefully you got on Alex Noren today. And then let's find 2 golfers like down here that makes sense for the profile that we are looking for. No, we got to go down further. I want sort by strokes gain total, so we get the leaderboard basically. Here we go. No, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Oh, we're sorting by round 3. That's why. Okay, now we're dialed. Now we are dialed. Who has a profile? This is a profile. Michael Thorbjornsen. I worry about the putter a little bit, but he's gaining where we want him to gain. Plus 0.14 on approach, plus 0.7 around the green. You guys know I don't like chasing a guy who's glaringly horrible on the putting greens, because that's not going to turn in one day. But he's hitting the ball well enough. He's gaining strokes tee to green. So in the tournament, he's T62. If we sort by strokes gained tee to green, let's see where he is. So he's 62nd in the tournament. Tee to green, Thorbjornsen is rank 23rd. So technically, Thorbjornsen is well underperforming how he's hitting it. That should tell me that he's going to have should have a decent day tomorrow. It's not 100%, but I do like where we are going in terms of Thorbjornsen. One more golfer. I don't know how we want to go this far down. Who can do it? Who can backdoor top 20? Sudarshan Yelamaraju. And I'm not sure if you guys remember my take on Sudarshan, but I'll say it again. I think he's a really good golfer. I do not think he's serious to win a golf tournament because when he gets under the gun, under the pressure, I don't think he has nearly enough firepower, star power, gumption, guts to get it done. Does that mean he can start T55 and finish T20 on round 4? Yeah, for sure. We saw what he did at the Players, but under the gun, I'm just not seeing Sudarshan win a golf tournament. Better showdown player, better like positional player than outright bet, in my opinion. Just kind of my Sudarshan take. But I kind of like the profile for round 4. So those are some golfers. The one golfer that I am on, as we always do on the Showdown show. Not sure if you guys are going to expect this one. He is from the top of the leaderboard. Not the exact profile we're looking for, but I like what we are seeing. Gonna bring it up. I think I was on him in round. Was I on him in round 2? Maybe. Ludwig Aubert. No, I wasn't on him in round 2. Definitely not. Ludwig Aubert. We are on him. He is gaining strokes on approach about even around the green. I think his around the green game is fine. I don't think he's a butt around the green player. More than anything, I just love where he is on the leaderboard. He's not playing in first. He's not playing with so much pressure. Is he playing with Aldrich? Let's see who he's playing with tomorrow. It's going to be 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Yeah. Aldrich and Ludwig. Let me just double check that because I don't want to be wrong. But Ludwig, I like that he's playing. He's going to come from behind. He has no pressure. And all he's been doing is playing great rounds if he's not having extreme pressure, if he's not under the gun. Now, he's playing with Pat. I like that even more than playing with Aldrich. So I'm down for Ludwig to backdoor. I don't know he's going to win, but I think he can shoot something like 67, 66 and finish runner-up. Also, the one thing I have to say before I get out of here, this is pretty important, actually. If you want to play golfers inside the top 10, it's so jam-packed. So jam-packed. Let ownership decide who you're playing because there's so many little separators. Yeah, you can use your stats, but really use ownership to separate those guys. Go with the lesser owned golfers because it's going to be tight up there. Anything could happen at Hilton Head, and it's always so tight at Hilton Head. Let ownership decide it for you. So get to this site, use code BOOTS, use the projections, use our ownership, and pick the golfers that you want to pick. I would say 1 or 2 from the top, Scotty or Fitz personally, and then bang. Go with all of those. Yeah, Scotty will be 40%, but if he wins, he's going to make 6-7 birdies. So I don't think it's the end of the world play. Like if you go with Scotty and then go with those backdoor golfers, it's not the end of the world. So, as always, song of the day before we get out of here today, it's going to be Karma by Wage War. Just came out on Friday. Give it a listen. A little heavy, but I hope you guys like it. And as always, you know where to find me. Use code BOOTS, ship it, and I'll see you guys Monday for the Zurich. I think I'm doing Zurich content. I want to do Zurich content. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.